There will not be a new F1 game next year. Yes, that's right. Breaking news for the F1 game franchise, as today EA Sports confirms future plans for F1 25, with the game set to represent both the 2025 and 2026 FIA Formula 1 World Championships. This news drops alongside an announcement for the future of EA Sports F1, as 2027 will see the series return and mark the start of a new and more expansive F1 experience. That is the official party line from EA announced today about the future of the official F1 game franchise. Their official statement continues, following on from F1 25's commercial and critical success with praise from players, media, content creators, and F1 drivers alike. The team is building on the experience through a paid expansion. The premium content update will bring players closer to the sport's major changes for 2026. That includes new cars, sporting regulations, teams, and drivers. The decision to offer a premium content update for F1 25 is part of a strategic reset for the F1 franchise. In 2027, a new game will be released that looks, feels, and plays differently, delivering more gameplay choices. Wow. 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 That is my initial reaction is, what on earth? What the hell is going on? This is the last thing I expected to come from EA. This is also, by the way, this is miles early than we usually get any news of the next F1, well, I guess now F1 game experience to come. Usually, you know, around April of the same calendar year do we get some murmurings or a tease or a reveal for the next F1 game. But this is November 2025. And we are learning that next year there will be no tangible new game dropping. It is going to be a paid expansion DLC to F1 25. So if you own F1 25, you'll pay a certain amount and you will get the 2026 expansion with the new cars, which is a big change, by the way. New cars, sporting regulations, the teams, obviously Audi are coming in, you know, taking over from Kick Sauber. You've got Cadillac as a fully new team added onto the grid, all the driver transfers that are occurring as well. But I mean, the biggest thing really is the cars and the sporting regulations that come with it, you know, all new chassis, the active aero. It's a lot of change to come in a paid expansion. This is crazy. This is crazy in terms of just like it's the last thing I expected us to hear about at this time of the year, let alone then just the next bit of news with regarding the EA Sports F1 game. I feel like I'm going to need a bit of time to go away and let it sink in and kind of so I can give my full opinion and the thoughts on it, and we can maybe start to debate it a little bit, you know, likewise for you guys maybe. So I think tomorrow I'll come back again on the channel with more thoughts, but my initial reaction. So that was the confirmed news, what we know right now, the factual news. This bit's going to be my opinion and initial reaction. And I mean, initially I'm just like, what? So we're not getting a new game next year? It's so ballsy. That is such a ballsy plan to go with. It's a big swing. That's something different, which you've got to commend, actually, because as much as my initial reaction is, oh my God, a bit of panic that there's no new F1 game next year, but we are getting a new 2026 experience. It's just going to be an expansion added to F1 25. And if it had to be any game, you know, obviously, thank God it wasn't F1 24, let's say, that they're building this on. It's F1 25, a game that I have enjoyed playing thoroughly. I've enjoyed racing against the AI. So having another year with this platform, but with 2026 content, I think for me, personally, just right now, as I'm taking in the news, is I can accept that. I can accept that for the hope that, as it says in the press release, 2027 is going to be an all-new game that looks, feels, and plays differently, which is, I think, exactly what so many people have been wanting from the F1 game franchise. Like, my mind is now going to be fair, for the last couple of years, there's been so many people, anytime, you know, myself or other creators are uploaded videos or the official trailers dropped, and people in the comments go, oh, you know, it looks samey, you know, couldn't they just be doing like a DLC for the next season and save some hassle, or, you know, save resources and come back after a year and really do it better? Well, here you go. That is literally what they're doing. They're strategically choosing to make next year's content DLC in order to, I assume, pool resources together, pool everything together in the Codemasters Studios to deliver us a 2027 game, which obviously there's nothing's confirmed. This is pure speculation, but I would hope that it is a step and a jump in the same way that there was a jump from F1 2013/14 to 2015, like that big kind of, oh, it's almost like a new console generation sort of jump, because there hasn't felt like there's been a generational jump since that last leap. Like the jump from PS4 to PS5, for example, wasn't really felt that much, I don't think, in the F1 game. Obviously, there were some big modes that came in F1 2020. That was a big moment in the F1 game franchise, you know, during a very difficult, tumultuous time for the world. That was a big mode, but there hasn't felt like that big step jump in, as they say, their official words, a feel, a look, and a play differently, and also delivering more gameplay choices, which it's very up in the air and vague, probably on purpose, but we can speculate on that, and we probably will speculate on that in a video to come. But wow, that is, like I say, it's ballsy. It is so ballsy. And you know what? Fair. It's something they're trying, and I commend them for trying something different, because I think a lot of people have been asking for something different. Let's try it differently, you know? And this breaks away from EA Sports' other sports titles, you know, like FC. Every year there's an FC title. This is a, you know, other American sports, there's a yearly title. This is a very different tactic coming from EA and Codemasters with regards to the F1 franchise, and I think it's kind of commendable to see them trying something different, where it's going to be the DLC, and then next year, the following year, will be the big new game, basically. In regards to that expansion then for next year, obviously the press release said a paid expansion. There's been no news yet on price point or whatever, but one could speculate that it's not going to be the same as a full game. So that also then takes my mind to F1 25 right now is looking like a very good prospect. Like, if any of you guys are watching that haven't picked up F1 25 right now, maybe, you know, if you waited this long, wait a little bit longer to then have maybe a sale come along for the Christmas period or into next year, and then it's a great time to pick up F1 25, because not only do you get F1 25, then you know that 26 content is coming. Obviously, you'd have to pay for it, but it is on the way. So it's like a package almost deal waiting in the wings, basically. And it's a big change, you know. 2026 is a massive regulation change with the engines, the car chassis, like I said. So this DLC is actually a more game-changing DLC than it would have been if this was done in a previous year. Like, let's say, my mind's going to now, let's say F1 23, probably the last kind of solid platform, because F1 24 was, let's just not talk about it. F1 23, that was a really great platform. That would have been a good platform to maybe try a plan like this in the past. Let's say they did that. The DLC for 2024, it wouldn't have been that groundbreakingly different in terms of content. Like, the cars didn't change a lot. The liveries didn't change a lot. The drivers didn't change that much. They did change a lot into this year, 2025, but not from 23 to 24. So it would, you know, you would have felt like, okay, cool, I like the tactic, but it's not that exciting to get this just a DLC added on when not even a lot is changing, really. Whereas now, from this year into next year, this is a massive change for the real life sport. So I'm quite excited to it's still going to be very exciting to get a paid expansion for the 26 content, knowing that it's just such a different experience to what we know, because they haven't mentioned the word physics, but you would assume with the new cars comes new physics. It has to be, because you've got things like the active aero. There's no more actual DRS as we know it. The battery system works differently. They've mentioned sporting regulation, so probably that kind of alludes to that, you know. So it's going to be a totally new experience, and it's kind of cool in a way that, you know, we can all just pay a bit less, you would assume, to just get it as a DLC, basically. And then I, for one, the more exciting prospect is just that hope that 2027 then delivers a lot. And it has to be fair. They've taken a big swing, and they're betting on themselves a lot here, because 2027 now really does have to be insane, really, really insane. But that's a strategic plan that they've chosen quite early on. Like, we're still in 2025 and they've made this announcement, so this is an early decision. It's not like a last minute decision, it would seem. It's an early decision. So if they're making that, they think it's for the right reasons, and I am hopeful and backing them that this is going to be the right way to go, I think. And basing off, I think, people's reactions from the last couple of years, where they've thought, oh, it's not really that different or whatever, I'm not going to pick it up, or I'm going to wait for it on sale. I mean, let me know in the comments below, obviously, guys. I think genuinely, hopefully I'm not missing the market. I think this is actually something that a lot of people can get behind, maybe, that, because it just seems like a lot of people have been asking for this, of, oh, come on, just take a year out, we don't need a yearly game, you take your time so we can actually get something different, and, you know, just put it as DLC, because for a lot of people it has just been DLC upgrades for the last couple of years. Even though, for those of us who play the F1 game hours on end every single week, you know that it's not just been DLC upgrades every single year. There have been tangible big differences game to game, sometimes negatively, from 23 to 24, obviously, and there have been obviously the new mode with my team this year. But this is something that at the same time people have been asking for. Big stuff. This is now actually set the tone and set the plan up and affected the entire F1 game cycle now for the rest of this game cycle, next cycle, and the next one after, because we're still in the middle of the 2025 game cycle. This is now then the 26 cycle and 27. This overarching plan takes us till 2027, whenever that game will release. There we have it. Today's big breaking news. The future of EA Sports F1 has changed indefinitely for the next 2 years. Like I said, I've given my off the top of my dome opinions right here and thoughts initially to this big breaking news. I am going to go away and kind of think about it a little bit more, and think about, I don't know, just the possibilities, the scenarios of how it could go, and just, I don't know, just like, and I think it'll be good for you guys all to do that. And let's come back tomorrow. I'm going to post a video tomorrow, kind of going a bit more in depth into, I don't know, my real thoughts about how this could go, and, like, you know, just imagining how this could play out. And I think it'll be an interesting conversation to have. Hopefully you agree. But anyways, if you have enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because I'll be referencing comments maybe in tomorrow's video. And if you are new around here, then do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.